Hi everybody, this is M from DIYM. So this is gonna come out probably next year. I just wanted to document what I'm giving my husband that's fairly cheap and cheerful for Valentine's Day. This is 2025. And what I'm doing to decorate this box. So I bought this from the dollar store. It's quite wide. It's actually pretty much the same size almost as the box that I made on my channel last year. Kind of similar width and everything like that. It was one of the bigger boxes. So it was only $5, which I was like, okay, that's not too bad, right? Not terrible. I'm gonna actually take that off so that my husband doesn't see this. I mean, he'll see this video, but I don't want him to actually see right now. What? Nope, I just didn't want him to see that price. I'll just show you guys, just so you know how much it was when I bought it. So I got this, and I love that it's kind of a fuzzy texture. It's a flocked box, and it's nice red color, which I think is really perfect for Valentine's Day. So I wanted to show you guys what I'm going to do to decorate this, because I don't really want to actually glue stuff on this. It gets enough dust and debris and whatever on it. I don't really want to do that to this box. I want to keep it the way it is, because then it's a little easier to stack and redecorate this another year, in case I don't really love what I did to this. But anyways, I'm going to show you what I'm going to put inside first, and then I'm going to decorate the box, and you'll see. I'm just going to decorate this lid mainly, but you'll see what you can do. There's lots of stuff you can do, obviously, so you don't have to do exactly what I'm doing. Anyways, it's helpful, I think, for this sort of thing. So I bought some red shred at the dollar store, so I'm going to stick that inside just for fun and to protect this. So I'm giving my husband a few treats just because it's hard to buy for guys sometimes on Valentine's Day. I'm gonna give him lots of things like meat sticks and whatever. They've already given him that not too long ago, so I'm just giving him some of his favorite treats. So he likes peanut butter and chocolate, so I'm gonna give him some Reese's mini peanut butter cups and some cinnamon hearts because he loves those for Valentine's Day. He knows how much these cost, so it's not a big deal. The price is on there, but you can always cut that off if you don't like the fact that it's on there. I already gave him something like this for Valentine's Day. He told me to pick between two little stuffies that he liked, and I couldn't really choose between them, so I gave him this early. So he really likes this. But I also decided to get him the other stuffy that he liked. Oh, I'm just gonna trim this a little bit. Some stuff coming out. But yeah, I just got this at the dollar store at Dollarama in Canada. Just got that thread. Gonna make him look as cute as possible. I already cut off a price here, and then there's a price on here, and I just cut that off. So that's already been cut off. I think it was $3.50 or something like that for this. It's not that expensive. So I'm just gonna put that in here because he really likes little toys, just like I do. Little stuffies. There we go. And then I'm just gonna put this little ring pop in his hands, or maybe just on the side. Like that. I was gonna put it in his hands, but I felt gravity was not really on my side there. So yeah, so he can just pull out things and get a whole bunch of treats. You can do all sorts of stuff. You can put watches in here, do gift cards. There's all sorts of little things you can put in something like this, but I just wanted to do something cheap, cheerful from the dollar store. And then you put this on here, and if you want to, you can tie a ribbon around it, but I'm gonna go a step further with that. I'm gonna put this guy aside for now, so I'm just gonna focus on the lid. So this is before I made a bow video. I'm just gonna put this aside for just a second too, actually. As you guys know, I made a bow video, making all these bows, and then I think this would look nice, a monochromatic look. You can also do some sparkly heart. This might be fun too. Kisses. I don't know, I kind of like this giant bow though. This one's quite big, so I might just do that. But I want to put something in the center of this, so I'm just gonna grab some hot glue. Just gonna get my glue gun here and plug that in. Don't forget the glue sticks. I also bought this for Valentine's Day. These are a bunch of foam doilies. They're called foam hearts. There was only one left, so I got what I could find. So I'm gonna open this guy up. I'm probably gonna use a white one and another red one. Lots of different reds happening here. So I got that, and then I have a few heart beads, and then these ones are flat back jemmies. So I'll see what one looks best for this. I was thinking these guys would look nice. It's more flat on there. This might be too bulky. Yeah, I think this is too bulky. It's kind of cool though. Might be kind of neat if you want to do that. But I think I'm just going to go with this gemmy. And you can even put something else underneath the gem. Let's see if I have anything that might look nice. Maybe this little heart thing. I don't know. It might not look so bad. I wish I had another red. Do I have any reds? I guess I can always cut some red hearts out. Oh, here we go. Found a red sparkly heart. So it's a bit of a different color, but that's okay. I think that's fine. Okay, I think that looks nice. So I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I'm gonna make it look a little extra cute. So first I'm gonna glue this gem to the heart with some hot glue. And then I'll try to just position it as best as I can and center it, and then push it down and let it dry for a second. Get that string off of there. And then I'm just going to put a little dab of hot glue on there. Center that. So this is my heart bow that I die cut out. If you guys want to check out the bow video, I'm going to try to link that above here. Okay. I think that looks super cute. Again, I don't want to glue this directly on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring out these very small magnets that I have. These are really cool. So I've got these cute thin magnets from Amazon. They're very strong. Trying to get them apart is actually almost next to impossible. Wow. Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to take one of these and just glue it on the back side of this bow. And be careful because the hot glue is really hot. I'm just pushing it down with my nail. You can get a silicone finger thing as long as it helps a little bit. There's lots of tools you can use for that. So I'm just going to stick that on the back like that. Just going to let that dry for a second. So now you've got this. Hopefully that's dry because I don't want to put that down quite yet if it's not. It's a little warm still, but it's not too bad. So you just put this on here and then you flip it over and that just attaches on to the back. So it's on there with a magnet. Isn't that great? It's so cute, right? So this is what I'm going to do. So you can do this. You can do this to flowers too. So you want to put some flowers on here instead. I don't know, maybe you want to do a bunch of those. Maybe you want to put littler flowers on. It's nice because they're really small, these magnets. Maybe you want to put roses on there. You can also take this off of there and glue the roses down onto some magnets, and then you can just rearrange them however you like. There's all sorts of different ways of doing things. I'm just going to do the bow, but you guys do you. Flowers and hearts and bows, you can't really go wrong, I feel, for Valentine's Day. It's kind of the time of year to do that sort of thing. So as I said, it just flips right over. And if you want to, if you don't like how it looks on this side, I'm going to cover this up a little bit. You'll see in a second. But if it shows and you don't love that, you can always glue a little gemmy or some sort of cute bead on this. I'm going to open this guy. I'm just going to get one white, one red one. And I'm going to try to punch out all these little shapes. Hopefully I don't rip this in the process. If I have to, I'll cut them free. With my scissors that I have here, my handy dandy embroidery scissors are very sharp. Ugh, I don't like how some of them don't punch out that easily. I'm sure these have been die cut. I'm going to turn off the camera. I'm going to try to get these under control. Okay, so I took out all these little things. Some of these guys are better than others. I had to sort of switch things out, but some of them are easier to come out than others. For some of the ones that were harder to come out, I either switched things, like I switched this heart, but yeah, I just cut out some sections here on this white one. So I'm going to use a white one on the underside. I'm going to put this aside for a second and then line these guys up. It doesn't have to be perfect or anything. It's not a big deal, but I'm going to use a few of these guys. Luckily, I've got a bunch of them. I know they don't look like I have a bunch, but whoops, they're very strong. They're just coming together. So you want to try to get 3 groups of 2 here. You can do more than this if you want to, but I just feel like this is the perfect amount that I need. So let's do, these are the sides that I don't really care too much about. So I'm just going to, oops, just gonna flip that around. Oh my god, it's gluing so quickly. There you go. So just press that in. Get the glue string off of there as usual. And then I'm just going to do a dab of glue right here. Dab of glue right here. Alright. And then hot glue here. Same thing with this. Same thing with this. And then I'm just going to try to line it up okay there. And find where the actual magnets are. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. So you might see some lumps, which is kind of annoying, but yeah, these are very strong. So just take them apart. Be gentle with it. Oops, hopefully they're not glued together. That's not what you want. Okay. So there you go. And I would say let it dry for a moment and try to get some of the glue strings off, because I don't want this to be glued on my box lid at all in any way. And just make sure this stuff is glued on nicely. You can clean this up if you want to. This isn't going to be showing. It's not going to be seen. Take this guy off for now. And I'm going to do some placing. So I'm going to do that on this side. And then I'm just going to let that connect. Look at that. That's perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. And then I'm just going to place this heart bow over top. I'm just going to let it find itself there. And if you want to, you can have it go underneath too. Whoops. Oops. Stuff like this can happen, I guess. Okay, so if you want, you can just do that under there and let it connect about there. There we go. So yeah, you can just do some playing around with the magnets. Whoops. I think it works best though when it's over the cardboard, not over the foam. And then yeah, if you want to, you can always put a gemmy or something like that over top if you don't really love this look. There you go. I'm just gonna do that. I'm just gonna tuck it underneath there. I don't think it really needs to have anything extra on the inside. But yeah, I'm going to... Okay, I've got all sorts of fun stuff in my Valentine's Day stash. So if you want to, you can add more magnets, or you can glue this stuff directly on here. You can also do... I've got all sorts of fun little Valentines, if that's what you want. You know, you can always cut things out. There's animal ones too. These are just ones that I have left over from a little book that I showcased the book in my flock fuzzy sticker video, so I'll try to link that down below as well. But yeah, you can just play around with stuff. Let's see what looks nice. I don't really love that. I kind of like this better. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave those ones out, but I think that looks super cute actually. I'm going to just remove this whole thing, which is fantastic. I will do something with this in just a moment, and then I'm just going to decorate this. The stuff that I'm decorating isn't too crazy or drastic, but I'm basically just kind of decorating it sort of the same way as I did that one box, in a slightly different way. Remember when I did my box video? I'll also leave the link for that down below. Actually, I think I'm going to, instead of doing hot glue, I'm going to take that out and let it cool down. I'm just going to use my Barely Arts glue. This decoration will distract from seeing the magnets, but I feel like the magnet makes things pretty solid, especially because they're so strong. Feels like the glue's not coming out very well. If the glue's not coming out very well, you can go like this and see what happens after that. Okay. Yeah, there we go. That's better. As I said, you do not have to glue this on if you don't want to. You can always just take this and do the magnet thing that I just did. I'm just going to glue this on. But yeah, it's nice because I've got a whole bunch of these kind of hearts. And if I ever want to redecorate this in the future with a different heart thing, it could be like a different color of heart. If I don't love how I decorate this guy, I can always take this off and decorate another heart. Brand new one, right? So that's kind of cool. And I love the fact that I made these words with a sparkly shadow part of the die, and then I did a fuzzy red kind of similar to the one on the box. So this is perfect for matching with this box. I love how there's lots of different textures mingling here. Okay, so first I'm going to just flip it over and do this part as you guys saw before. I'm going to center that in a nice way, and then I'm going to attach that like that. And it's so easy, right? And then I don't get any of the glue because everything's been dried. I don't get any of the glue on here, and it works really nicely. You can also, you basically have an extra magnet if you want on here, but I don't want that to be right there. I kind of want it to be a little further up, just a little bit, maybe around there or so. I'll just put that under here. There we go. You can adjust it if you don't like the placement of it. Oh my god, it's just so brilliant, right? So cool. And then I'm not going to show you guys this because this is a private note, but I'm going to cut out another heart, like the same sort of shape of heart here. I'm going to cut that out, and then I'm going to stick it on here, but I'm going to write a little love note on the inside of this lid. But yeah, again, that's private. I'm going to do that off screen. Yeah, so just wanted to show you guys how to save a box if you don't want to glue a whole bunch of stuff on and you're not too confident with the type of design you're going to do, or you want to decorate something at the last minute. Maybe you just want to hide this and stack things and you don't want to say squish the bow or squish the flowers or something like that that you put on. This magnet trick is something that almost anybody can do. Whoops. You might want to even tie this down. I'm going to probably tie this down a little bit at some point just so that it stays close. But yes, this is just something that anybody can pretty much do if you just want to decorate a box. So I think it's super cute. I really hope you guys like this idea. And yeah, I'm basically just going to finish this off for my husband, and hopefully he ends up liking it in the end. We'll see. Lots of fun, good stuff can fit in this box. Oh, and don't forget, you can do this with other things too. Like, it doesn't have to be the heart-shaped box, but yeah, you can do this with all sorts of different boxes for any time of year. It doesn't have to be just for Valentine's Day, but it can also be for other love themed things. So you could do this for weddings, just because, engagements, all sorts of cool stuff like that. And whoops, this is really popping up here. But anyways, if you guys like that video, be sure to like and subscribe. And if you think somebody else is going to like like this idea, please share the video with them. Maybe they'll get some cool ideas, especially, again, gluing things with magnets I think is genius, especially if you want to keep the texture of things, if you want to redecorate boxes year in and year out. This kind of box is a really, really good investment. These magnets are a really, really good investment. There's so many of them and they're just really small, really tiny, but yeah, you can do whatever you want with that. So that's really, really cool. But yeah, I hope you guys like that. And if anything, I really hope just seeing what I did last year is going to help you guys out this year in some way, shape, or form. And you can decorate it more if you want to as well. This is just a very, very simple decoration job, but I really hope that you guys like that. I hope you guys have a good Valentine's Day, Galentine's Day, Palentine's Day, any of that stuff, and hope you have an awesome day. Take care, everybody. Bye!